Hey y'all, this is my review for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 13. Oh man, I try to get so much done in the morning times. So yeah, I apologize for the late review, but we are at the 13th week of this franchise. The reunion has already been filmed. And I just hate that we're almost at the finish line, y'all, because I am enjoying this season that much. Like truly 10 out of 10, no notes. I am so happy. Now, before we get into this review, let me talk about my review yesterday. Now, I don't know who the hater was, but I don't know, YouTube kind of knocked my video for like ad suitability, and it just got fixed this morning. So I missed out on all the revenue that came out with the that comes with the views because it's already at 2,000 views. So if you can y'all just like go back just for a few seconds after this video, of course, and just watch my Beverly Hills review, the latest one about Garcelle. It just so happened that I was critiquing Garcelle, and that's the video with a knock on ad suitability. I didn't say anything like that even warranted a yellow dollar sign. YouTubers, y'all know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't know who's hating. I'm not sure if it's YouTube or the algorithm, but stop it. Stop it. I am a double minority, damn it. Anyway, back to this review. Let's get into it because that dinner scene was wild, y'all. I have so many notes on it. Like just sit back and relax because we might be here for just a little bit to discuss. 1 second. I just started watching Beverly Hills because you said that's the best one, and it is. Well, it was the best one. Salt Lake City already snatched that title. My girls, you're gonna have to snatch it back, but right now, Salt Lake City is that girl. I'm on season 1 reunion. Should I skip to the current season? Absolutely the F not. You got to watch season 2. Definitely watch season 2. Yeah, watch up to season 5 and get back to me because look, y'all ain't nobody's effing with well, maybe Atlanta, but other than that, Beverly Hills first few seasons were amazing. But yes, let's get into it. So this is the cash trip episode. They're all headed to Puerto Vallarta. I be having so much hard times trying to pronounce this as a Southern person. I be trying to say Puerto Vallarta, and I'm just going to say PV. I'm just going to say PV from now on. Anyway, we open the episode with Meredith and her family. Her husband is actually there this time. Also, hearing her voice combined with her children, like the kids have that vocal fry, it's already a reason for me to fast forward through this scene. Mom, are we going to talk about the bat mitzvah and you kicking somebody out? Whew. She's currently testing the smells for her bath bombs, and Seth asked her about the bat mitzvah and what happened. And she gives an explanation of why she threw Angie out on account of her slut shaming, and slut shaming is hate. I would rather her just say, I was looking for any reason to throw the B word out because I can't curse right now, y'all, because I need this review to actually, keep its green dollar sign. So I'm probably going to censor myself just a little bit. But yeah, I just feel like, not Angie, Meredith was given a BS reason. So then meanwhile, we're at Angie's house and she's talking to her husband about the event. She's saying, like, maybe Meredith invited her and everyone there because she really has no friends. She says in her confessional, she hasn't stopped crying since she was thrown out of her event because it was cruel and humiliating. We cut back to Meredith giving more reasons why she has no remorse for throwing Angie and her husband out. Like, she says they are liars, followed by they made fun of my disability. Like... Why did you invite her in the first place? It was a scheme by you because Meredith tries to think she's above the BS, but she's not. She's really not. And she just wanted her. Like she was looking for any reason to throw Angie out. And she got a chance to embarrass her. It sucks for Angie though. And it sucks that also this whole situation wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Bronwyn. Can I do my Meredith impression? I haven't been doing it this much because, on my edited reviews, I have time to like practice it, but it's like, you can leave. That's the best I can do right now. So next scene, we're with Mary. She's visiting Angie's house. She's knocking on the door, no answer. She just lets herself in. So it's just Mary just patiently waiting in her living room, in her big ass house. Angie walks in, still not realizing Mary is there. Mary says hello, and she's like startled. I tell you, like, the funniest scenes this season, they all involve Mary Cosby, and I just got to give it to her. Also, who knew that I would love this duo of Mary and Angie? Like, look, girl, I see why you are number one next to Andy. At first, I was like, But after this episode, I was like, you know what? She earned that damn seat. I can say, it's better than Whitney been doing. Like, Angie started off on the far end, even as a friend. And now she made her way next to Andy. Look, salute to her. Anywho, it's just really crazy that if we rewind back to when Mary and Angie were in like Palm Springs, and Mary just did not see it for Angie, to see into this scene, like it's just so wonderful to see. So Mary seems like she's ready to tell Angie what's going on with her son. And I gotta say, this scene really got me. I cried both times I watched this because I watched the show twice. Once for my enjoyment, the second time to take notes. Cried both times as I watched. This was just such a genuine moment. And it was just beautiful to me that Angie was just there for her to listen. We cut to Mary's confessional, and she's just very emotional, blaming herself for what her son is going through. She doesn't have family to really call and help her out, which really made me think of the $1 million question. Like, where is Robert Sr. during all of this? And we don't hear anything. I'm hoping they like touch on that before the season ends. Angie tells her it's not her fault. Addiction is a disease that can happen to anybody. You can do all the right things as a parent, and it can still happen. Mary then says, concerning the group trip, that she just wants to make sure that her son is good before she leaves. And she lets Angie know that she is confiding in her, which is just such a big deal for Mary Cosby, y'all. Like, to confide in one of these women, if you've been watching these seasons since the first, yeah, it's a big thing. And Angie tells her it stays here. They pinky promise. And she tells Mary her son is lucky to have her. Listen, not a dry eye. Like, I dare you to watch that scene and not cry. Like, it was just so heartfelt. I enjoyed it. No wonder Seth leaves so often. All the vocal fry in that house would drive me crazy. I was so glad Angie didn't pull a Larsa and tell, that would have been terrible. And I would say that's even worse than what Larsa did. Like, yeah, I don't think anybody would kind of break someone's trust like that. That would just be despicable. Evil even. That's some Monica type stuff. Next scene, we get a montage of the ladies packing for Mexico. We fast forward to everyone aside from Mary arriving at the airport. And surprisingly, everyone's getting along. And the people that are really beefing with each other, they're just not speaking to one another. We see Bronwyn then give a gift to all the ladies. It's like little bejeweled passport holders. Shout out to Brooke Ashley, because I think she said on her social media that like the brand of those was actually pretty expensive, at least like $500 each. I'm not sure, somebody can fact check that for me, but I kind of see why Lisa was so pressed. Speaking of that, we cut to her confessional and she's feeling some type of way because in a flashback, we see Bronwyn asked her, could she bring gifts, but Lisa was just like, no, you have to do that, just show up. And Bronwyn did it anyway. And I kind of see Lisa's side, because it's just like, well, why did you ask me then if you were going to just do it anyway? So yeah. And also, y'all, I love Bronwyn, but she was doing the most this episode. Bronwyn then tells the group that she got attacked by a dog before this trip, and it looks terrible, like really bad. Like, I hope she sued this person, because just seeing, like, here she got stitches and scars, and you're going to like a warm destination where you're going to be showing skin. I'm like, no, whoever's dog that was, your salary is mine now, for real. Oh my God. Hugs and kisses. You may need to be in a timeout. Lisa looks like a sexy version of a Bob's Burger character, and I know exactly what you are talking about. Stop. We just started. So they arrive in PV, and Lisa definitely prides herself on being the perfect host, and even has a PowerPoint presentation for everybody. I have a friend who would actually do this, so I thought it was, it was a nice little touch. It wasn't Kathy Hilton level, but, Lisa, I would give her a solid 8 out of 10. The villas look amazing. Everyone has their own room, which is very important on a Housewives show. We don't split rooms. Just like Kenya said on Atlanta, we don't split checks. Basic bitches split rooms. In Housewives territory, not in real life. We ain't got it like that in real life. And things get awkward now when Lisa assigns everyone to a villa. It's Lisa, Heather, Meredith, and Brittany, Whitney, Angie, Bronwyn, and Mary. Now, that lineup made sense to me. Lisa even explains why, but Bronwyn still has an issue because of her recent arguments with Angie and Whitney. Now, she thought that because, Lisa was her closest friend, she would be in, her villa, and assumed that she just would have thrown Brittany in the second villa because, she's not really that close to her. And, regardless of if Brittany is beefing with Angie and Mary don't really care for her. Well, Bronwyn, you thought wrong. Like, I can't even be mad at Lisa because, Bronwyn was cool with throwing Whitney and Angie under the bus. Like, you made your own bed, so you put yourself in that position. You didn't, like, you threw them under the bus for Lisa. And I'm just like, for real, Bronwyn? Anyway, so later, cut to Angie and Whitney talking in their room about the villa selection, and they're wondering, how Bronwyn got pushed out the Cool Girls Club, which I honestly think they were giving them a lot, because I think all the people that are doing the most work, the heavy lifting of the season, is in the second villa. So I wouldn't have been, pissed if I was Bronwyn. Angie said it doesn't surprise her given Bronwyn's behavior, especially at the bat mitzvah. And she said, it's just hard for people to trust her. And look, I can't blame her because Bronwyn was on that last episode. Bronwyn then just appears in their room seconds after they talk about her, and she's now just chatting with them. Now, I don't know. If I was Angie, I would have felt some type of way. I'm just like, girl, we still ain't talking. Remember how you came at me at the bat mitzvah? Like, she really was coming at her. So I guess, Bronwyn's on an island right now. But they're all talking as just if nothing happened. But Bronwyn is majorly offended that she's not in Lisa's villa. So much so that it is comical. She's like, we've known each other for 10 years. I've had, an injury. She knows my situation with my daughter's grandparents. We even get a flashback to her having lunch with Lisa and her husband. And then we cut to Whitney's confessional saying, told you so. Told you so, told you so, like with Lisa. Now you crawling back to us, huh? Because we're your real friends, your allies. Trick. Sorry, Bronwyn, I love you, but I'm just saying, I got to tell you the truth. And y'all, like, I can't really go to the comments a little bit because I have a lot of notes. So I'm gonna come back to y'all. So now we're in Lisa's room. Like she's talking to Meredith and she's complaining about Bronwyn bringing gifts. And side note, her impression of Bronwyn was just so spot on. I was like really impressed. She's like, I'm gonna do what I want, and it doesn't matter that it's Lisa's trip. Like she did it better than me, of course, but like, it was a spot on imitation of Bronwyn. And it looks like Lisa is just over Bronwyn, and it's probably why they're not on speaking terms present day. So then Lisa asks Meredith about Angie, and according to her, Angie is just this slut-shaming mean girl that shames people's businesses and disabilities. Like Meredith just feels that Angie dislikes her, like for no reason at all. Like Meredith didn't do anything to her. I'm just like, come on, Meredith. I mean, take some accountability. Yes, I get it. Like last season, Angie had a problem with letting the mouse go. But there was still some reason, for her to be beefing with you. So then later that evening, the ladies are getting ready for dinner. As Meredith is getting glammed, Meredith has a stunt plan to give Angie her gift that she got from her bar mitzvah back to her in front of everybody. And like I said in the beginning, like it's just so funny that Meredith, does stuff like this, but she likes to pretend that she's above the drama. We have over 100 people in the room right now. So if you are there, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to a ninja. And also, somebody was trying to hate on me in my last review. And the first day of the views wasn't monetized because it was like an ad suitability violation. I'm really pissed about that, YouTube. I hope y'all hear me. So I hope this one is better because I haven't cursed at all. Anyway, I just want y'all to go back and look at that review for me. Let's see. Bronwyn doesn't know the other ladies. They met on the show. I would be upset if my friend put me in a villa with people I don't get along with. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but she started that drama with the people in her villa. That would be something different. Like, two things can be true. Oh, you caught your first live? Well, greetings. Let's see. This whole episode was an example how Lisa runs the girls, except Mary and sometimes Meredith. Those girls will fight tooth and claw for her approval. Very good point, Riri. They really do be like fighting for her approval because we've seen it throughout the seasons. It's crazy. Bronwyn could have given the gifts some other time. Why ask and do what you want when you don't get the answer you want? Totally agree with that. Yeah, so I agree with this. She probably already bought it, but if that's the case, she shouldn't have asked Lisa at all. Like, I think she would have thought, I guess she thought Lisa was going to say, oh, well, I don't mind. And she should know Lisa better than that. You said you've known her for 10 years. Anywho, let's see. Where are my notes? So the ladies arrive at the bar, waiting for their table. They're all having cocktails. Vita tequila, of course, and about to toast when annoying ass Brittany says she wants to make an announcement. Girl, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. And what was the announcement, you ask? Her kids actually want to be around her. That was the announcement. Like, from the ladies' reactions, nobody cares. And once again, Brittany is just willingly embarrassing herself on this show. Now, I will say it's given her a snowflake. It worked, but at what cost? A little later, Bronwyn then brings up to Lisa her displeasure about the room situation and how sticking with Angie and Whitney was foul. She's letting Lisa have it at the moment, and she didn't give her like any consideration at all. And then she tries to bring up that, oh, Brittany, your new friend, and just Brittany blurts out, well, maybe she just likes me better than you. Oh my God. So There's a lot happening right now in the background, y'all. Like the walls in my apartment are paper thin. I apologize. Um, Brittany and like she's like the new friends thing. Like Brittany's pick me energy is on 1,000, and she has no shame. So she has no shame. She's the Lulu. She's a pick me. She's perfect for Housewives. And I really think she should be like full time and Whitney be bumped down to friend. Oh, y'all can't hear it? Good. Just sometimes it distracts me a little bit, but it's fine. So Whitney clocks it in her confessional, Brittany's behavior, and she says Brittany's desperate ass don't even realize that she's a pawn. Like Lisa and Bronwyn like still going back and forth, and Bronwyn is like just checking Lisa about her tone, and then Brittany tries to interject, and without even looking in Brittany's direction, Bronwyn shuts her down and continues talking to Lisa. She's just like, Brittany, I'm not talking to you. I'm not even looking in your direction. So anyway, Lisa, look, Bronwyn working. Like they were working at this dinner, y'all. So as far as who's right and who's wrong, I really think that Bronwyn was just making a major deal out of nothing. Is it just me? Like I see some opinions in the comments about like, well, if it was your one of the friends that you're closest with, and they put you in another villa, I get that. But Bronwyn, she needs to like own up to her messiness too. So then Lisa starts to subtly tell Bronwyn that she's ungrateful, and then Bronwyn brings up Lisa how she was ungrateful first on her Palm Springs trip, like regarding first class. She has a point. So Bronwyn says, the fact of the matter is I wanted to be near you. And then Lisa's response is, outside of taking a shit and and sleeping, you're near me. I hollered when I saw that part. Lisa does just not see the big deal because they're all in separate rooms anyway. I'm just happy Monica is no longer needed. She can keep providing her ugly voice to MTV. Damn. So Bronwyn is still not backing down, and it's to the point where Heather now asks her, well, what does Lisa need to do? What does she need to do? And then Brittany yells, well, I'm not trading. Again, no shame on this woman's part. So, excuse me. Whitney says, how about saying you're sorry? You made her feel this way. Lisa says, I don't say things how other people want me to say them. In other words, she ain't saying sorry at all. Pardon me. I don't think Bronwyn's trying too hard now. I just think she's in this case of where she's wrong and really don't realize until she watches herself back. They continue to argue. Then everybody just starts talking over each other as the wait staff is trying to get them to their table. Y'all, this was just like for drinks at the bar. They haven't even gotten to the table yet. That's what I'm talking about. We're at the 24-minute mark right now, and the dinner hasn't even started yet. And the dinner was its own thing. So then they argue the entire walk to their table. And when they sit down, Angie, she sees a little bag near her seat. It says, Brooks Marks. And it turns out it's the gifts that she gave Meredith for her bar mitzvah. And she's like, like the way she looked, like go back at that part, y'all. The way she opened that bag and was like, it was too funny. So not only did Meredith try to embarrass her yet again in front of the ladies, she tried to make it like a product placement moment, putting Brooks Marks on the bag. Meredith got some effing nerve. Some effing nerve. So now they're arguing about Angie wanting her gift back. Brittany again butts in an argument that has nothing to do with her. Angie's like, stay the F out of it. So then Angie tells Brittany, you know what? You actually need this shampoo because you're fried. Your hair is fucking fried. She throws the bag in Brittany's direction, but bottles fall out of it, knocking the plates, and the ladies are stunned. Now, I see what Angie was trying to do, but she was kind of doing a little bit too much, throwing the bag her way. Brittany now, she's just like, wow, Angie, wow, a new low. Just making a huge deal about it. Then Angie says, it was an accident. Like, I didn't realize it was upside down, you drama queen. The ladies are stunned again. Like, Lisa was like, oh. Like, it was so funny. Get her again, Angie. Whack her again. I feel like Andy Cohen right now as I'm coughing. Shit. So they argue some more, and Brittany accuses her of slut shaming her, and some of the ladies are now saying, no, that's not what happened. So, which is correct. Like, we saw, like, Brittany clearly started it at Barry, at Meredith's bar mitzvah, and she's literally lying, and then like she keeps trying to like increase the amount of men that Angie says she slept with, because at the bar mitzvah it was 10. At the dinner table, she bumped it up to 15. So now Meredith and Lisa are kind of sticking up for Brittany, and Angie's now pissed at Lisa for not having her back. Lisa just blows up saying, why can't we talk in facts? Just going off, and then Meredith chimes in with her own outbursts. It's just below the belt, over and over and over, below the belt. Oh, man. I mean, Meredith does have her outbursts. That's when she's like, she really shines, because she's boring on her own. But now everyone is arguing at the table, and all you hear is slutty tits being yelled as the waiter comes over. The poor guy is just trying to introduce himself. Like, they haven't even had drinks on the table yet. No appetizers. It's just so embarrassing, and it's wacky as well. Angie would never have done that on New Jersey or ATL. Angie threw the bag, and if fists came flying, she deserved it. Well then, I don't think that would have been a fight on Jersey. Well, let's just say Angie picked the right one. How about that? That was $200 shampoo. She said it on the after show. Oh, okay. Now, Angie was wrong for tossing the bag. You know what? I didn't even think of that. Like, how, if it was wrong or not, because I was just enjoying it, Excuse me. I would have pulled Angie's chair out like Kenya. Oh, wow. Okay, so y'all are not here for Angie throwing that shampoo. I was all the way here for it. Maybe because I don't really see it for Brittany. The waiter was trying to order, and Brittany was still carrying on and said, yes. You said I had porn star tits. It's just so crazy. So then things are de-escalated a bit, and Angie and Meredith continue their conversation. And Angie says, like, she went to her event for the sole purpose of moving forward. She wanted to support Meredith, and she was blindsided, by being kicked out in front of Heather's daughter, Meredith's children, her mom. And then Meredith still says, well, you slut shamed someone. And then again, Meredith didn't know the whole story before she reacted. And even Bronwyn comes to Angie's defense and says that Brittany started it. And it's ironic that Bronwyn says this, because she's just as guilty as Brittany, because this still, happened because of Bronwyn too, because she escalated it. She didn't have to tell Angie that Brittany implied that she was a skank or a slut, whatever. So now Heather even comes to Angie's defense and said Angie's initial comment was to just make a point that, she's a hypocrite, not that she's a slut. And I hope me saying the SLUT YouTube doesn't, get me demonetized because y'all been on one. So then Brittany continues the lie and says that she didn't even have sex with her boyfriend. And then all the women at the table are just like clocking her. They're just like, nah, girl. Nah, girl. She just continues to embarrass herself. So then Brittany tries to say this is a sex-forward world, trying to make excuses for herself or whatever. And the ladies are like, sex-forward? Bronwyn's laughing, saying she means sex positive. Like throughout that entire dinner, Whitney and Heather on the end of the table getting their lives, like laughing. You'll see them in the background. But yes, Brittany, they're all laughing at you, girl. But continue on, clown. Just continue on. So now it's quiet at the table, and Meredith tells Angie maybe she jumped to conclusions, for kicking her out because she was triggered by slut shaming. But she was hoping, for a positive outcome, and she's sorry. She says sorry. She's sorry that happened. Angie accepts her apology, compliments Meredith, and says she doesn't want to fight with her. Meredith agrees, and they put their swords down for now. For now. And Heather and Lisa chime in, saying that they're happy for them. And that is where the episode ends. Whew. What a scene, y'all. Like, another episode, 10 out of 10. When was the last time we had a season this good, y'all? Like, I want to say it was probably maybe Beverly Hills when the shit hit the fan with Erica that season. When she was just like, or what? Or what? Like to Sutton. It had to be something like, I'm trying to think what other season was just chef's kiss. Maybe Real Housewives of Miami season, not the last season, but the season before that. That was really good. I mean, last season was really good too for Salt Lake City. Yes, Brit is 304 and 5150. What does that mean? Is that what I think it means? SLC does their best work at a dinner table. They don't ever need to drink either. That's funny. I agree. Yeah, I miss bitchy Erica too. Let's see. I'm with you, Chris. I was here for Angie and the shampoo throw. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Now, see, I understand. Like we can't apply everything to real life, y'all. Now, again, I would feel some type of way. I probably wouldn't get up from the table and start beating somebody up. But yes, I would agree what Angie did was wrong. Like she didn't have to do that. That was like a lot of theatrics. And I would be with Brittany as well saying, oh, you trying to call me a drama queen? But you just threw a bag of shampoo at me. But I mean, I thought it was still funny. Here, your hair is fried as hell. Let's see. I think I got everybody's comments. Did y'all love this episode? What would y'all rate it? Because I thought it was 10 out of 10. Those bottles were heavy. Like they were twice the size of this. For real. So yeah, y'all have a point. Y'all have a point. That's why I have y'all as my co-host to check me when I'm wrong. I'll admit that. Angie was wrong, but it was hilarious. Brittany's reaction. Yeah, she was just like, wow, Angie. A new low. Like, Brittany wanted that to happen. Like, and you know what? Y'all notice who wasn't there? I mean, outside of Mary, of course. I can't wait till she gets there in the next episode. But Mei Lee, like, where is she? I think someone told me in the chat that she loves 45 and we didn't know her whereabouts on January 6th yet. So yeah, I think that's the reason why she got pushed to the side. I'm not sure. The only Mei Lee that happened was at that table. So yeah, great dinner scene. Now you say 9 out of 10. What was the 1 point deduction for? Was it for Mary not being at the dinner table? Because they couldn't help that. I'm all for housewives throwing things, throwing salad at each other. Oh, I remember that. Who can forget that? Throw shampoo, throw whatever's around. As long as it's not sharp. That's all. You are not about to talk to me about my mother. Whatever she said. Don't talk about my mother's house. Anyway, a little notes, y'all. So let's see. What's my next review? I guess I get to take a break since I'm done for this week. I guess my next video will be on the Patreon. It'll probably be like a little review. Pop Roast is coming up at 1:30 p.m. with me and Alex. We have a lot to talk about. A lot happened, y'all. But I think the title is, Jay-Z's allegations. We're going to be talking about Amanda Seals, my favorite person, getting fired from another job. And it was something else. Oh, Remy Ma and Papoose, that whole mess or whatever. And also on Sunday, it's going to be so much fun. Please, y'all, join me I'm going to be participating in virtual Big Brother. I already have it tagged in my community column where the link is. So I'm going to be participating with, I believe it's 10 or 11 other, influencers. Like, it's an all-black Big Brother over Zoom. So I can't wait to play because I'm just very competitive. So please join me and root me on. The whole deal is just for me not to get eliminated first. So yeah. With that, y'all, I will see y'all in a bit for Pop Roast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.